Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd. So, are the Brooklyn Nets stuck with Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons? Yes, I know it's crazy, but hear me out, man, because these are two players that, at one point were looked at as franchise guys. And I think the talent and the ability of both players are unquestioned, right? Like, nobody is questioning whether or not Kyrie Irving is a great talent. And I don't believe, maybe some people are. Our questioning really is Ben Simmons a great talent? Yes, he can't shoot or does not shoot. I don't want to say he can't because we don't know. He doesn't do it, but he does not shoot. But we know he is an elite defender and he's a great playmaker. Kyrie Irving, everything skill-wise is pretty much on point from Kyrie's perspective, and he's a very good player. But you question really his leadership and his desire to really play the game of basketball, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. And now you get to a point, if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you just got swept. You did not have Ben Simmons, so there is hope that maybe if you get Ben Simmons back, you can, perform better in the playoffs and put together a better team. But you had Kyrie Irving, technically, right? He didn't play the majority of the season, and we already know why he didn't play the majority of the season. But he did play at the end of the year. And going into the playoffs, he was able to perform every single game of the series, and it was not enough. So you're looking around if you're Brooklyn and you're asking, you have two aging stars in KD and Kyrie, and then you have a young guy still in Ben Simmons. You're really asking yourself, what do we need to do with this roster to capitalize the last few great seasons we have of Kevin Durant, right? Almost like the Lakers with LeBron. You have to capitalize what is left. You don't want to have a lot of throwaway seasons because next thing you know, KD, yeah, he's 32, then he'll be 33, 34, 35, 36, and, I'm sure he'll still be a great player, but you'll start seeing, some of the diminishing returns, right? When it comes to how much you're paying him, what you're getting on the floor. But with Kyrie Irving, it's weird because I think everybody in the NBA would agree how good of a player and how good of a talent he is. But there's no trade value there. Now, this is coming from Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer saying that back in October, Brooklyn was open to listening to offers for Kyrie Irving, and he was told that there were crickets on this. So back in October, there was an interest in Kyrie Irving. You can't tell me now that there's interest in Kyrie Irving. So if there wasn't anything then, there's now no interest now. And Kyrie Irving has to sign a contract extension. And you hear Stephen A going on First Take saying, I wouldn't pay him more than one season, which I think everybody will pretty much agree with that. The only problem is, Kyrie isn't signing a 1+1, in my opinion. I don't think he does. If he does, then things went terribly wrong for him, right? But you don't think he's signing a 1-year deal. You don't think he's signing even a 1+1. He's going to try to look for some security. Now, does he get 3 years? Do you try to match him up with Kevin Durant? Does he get the full 5 years? It's interesting because the Nets are pretty much stuck. If you don't get crazy trade value, there's really no sense for you to move on from Kyrie. So you have to hold on to him because you're not going to get the value in the trade market. But then if you want Kyrie, you're probably going to have to give him a long-term deal. And that is going to essentially get you stuck with Kyrie Irving. And it sounds crazy to say you're stuck with that guy. Even Ben Simmons, he's under contract. What is his trade value like at this point? Because it wasn't a whole lot, going into the deadline, but teams are still interested. Okay, he just does not want to play for Philly. As long as he doesn't want to play for Philly, we're fine. He just doesn't want to play there, but he will come and he'll play for us. Well, Brooklyn took that chance and he did not play for Brooklyn. The reports are now saying that they're kind of pretty much, insinuating that some of the mental health issues caused the stress, which helped cause the back pains. And I don't know if that's true or not. I am not a medical doctor at all, but teams are looking at, and they're going to start evaluating, does he really want to play? And I don't think his trade value or trade market is going to be crazy. There are probably more teams willing to go after Ben Simmons though than a Kyrie, but it's crazy because 2016 Kyrie Irving hit the shot heard around the world. They won the championship over the Warriors in that crazy comeback from 3-1 down. That same, the next month, essentially, Ben Simmons, the unquestioned first overall draft pick in that draft. So a few years ago, I guess 6 years, not really a few years ago now, but just in 2016, both these guys on top of the world. And now where we are now is we appreciate how good of players they are. We question leadership, especially as you get older. You want your veterans to really become leaders. And hopefully, this is not saying they can't ever become one or learn how to become a better leader. But I think for the Nets, they are lacking true leadership. And you will hope they can remedy that and come back maybe next season and be able to compete again, because I think we will see the big three in Brooklyn back. They can't go nowhere. There's really nowhere they could go. No teams that's going to come bail them out, because they're essentially stuck with Kyrie and Ben Simmons. So let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you guys think that they are stuck? Do you agree with me? Do you think that they're movable? Because I see them both being back in Brooklyn. And if they come back, do you think that they can learn from some of the failures really this season and become that team that everybody expected them to be? Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. It's DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.